Hello everybody, once again this is AikawaKazu and welcome back to another video regarding the level 70 skill build guide for the Moonlord class. In this video I'll share some insights into possible builds that you can go for, and some damage tests that most people will be interested in so that they can decide if they should go for a particular build. We'll start with the basic warrior tree, followed by the sword master tree, and finally the Moonlord tree. It will be in the sequence of PVE and then PVP skill builds. If you're just interested in the skill build that I'll be using, there will be a link in the description below for the written guide, and that will provide you the image of the builds themselves directly, or offering various options for PvP and PvE. Let's get started with the warrior tree for now. The first thing that Moonlords will struggle with will be the decision between Impact Wave or Circle Break for PvE. As such, let's compare the damage between these two skills that can do at the level of 21 while having the same gears.
Circle Break! Circle Break!
There's no need for rocket science or intense calculation to see which skills does higher damage per second. Circle Break does more damage than Impact Wave and has lesser cooldown of 11 seconds compared to 13 seconds. Even with the level 65 Moonlord passive skill, which increases your base magic attack by 20%, Impact Wave still falls short significantly. But is going for Impact Wave entirely wrong? Are there any advantages if you go for Impact Wave? Fortunately, there is. When you look at a generic 45 SP warrior tree, going for level 21 Impact Wave will free you 3 skill points compared to going for level 21 Circle Break. This is because Impact Wave is a skill learned by default at level 1 and doesn't require the extra 3 skill points to unlock. If you look at hardcore PvE skill builds that are going around, there are some with level 1 air evasion. This 3 extra SP can be used to get air evasion to level 4 instead of 1. In short, while level 21 Circle Break might be better for damage, Impact Wave gives you more options in the warrior tree if you're going for a 45 SP build at the basic tree. Next up, we'll be moving on to the sword master tree skills, starting with Cyclone Slash. And for the case of Cyclone Slash, it is simple. It is either going for level 1 or level 16. Let's take a look at the difference in the damage given with the same gears.
Cyclone Slash! Cyclone Slash! Cyclone Slash! Cyclone Slash!
For level 1 Cyclone Slash, we are looking at 34,000 on the initial hit, followed by 15 hits of 12,000 for an overall 214,000 damage. For level 16, we are looking at 58,000 damage on the initial hit, followed by 15 hits of 25,000 for 433,000 damage. So basically, we are looking at 15 skill points for around double the damage. While double the damage seems good on paper, 15 skill points can be used to learn skills like Line Drive up to level 11, which will give you higher burst damage compared to getting level 16 Cyclone Slash. However, know that Cyclone Slash has half the cooldown of Line Drive, which means that level 16 Cyclone Slash will in fact do more damage compared to level 11 Line Drive if the monster you are attacking survives for longer than 26 seconds. To put it simply, level 16 Cyclone Slash will be great for NAS and raid bosses that survives for a long time, and level 11 Line Drive will be great for dungeon grinding, which is great for PvE players who are deciding to have 2 builds for PvE. The next skill we'll be talking about will be something you wouldn't expect. We will be talking about the possibility of level 11 counter slash in a PvE skill build. Please note that this part is purely informative, and whether you decide to go for it is up to your own personal preference. First things first, how did level 11 counter slash become a possibility for me to share about? Firstly, with level 70 cap, you no longer need a skill ring for Provoking Slam to hit level 8 for the highest possible 50% damage increase. This gives us the opportunity to use a skill ring for something else, which I'll be using for counter slash, allowing us to hit level 11 since level 10 is the highest you can hit in 70 cap without a skill ring. That's not the only reason for us to push it all the way to 11. Basically, counter slash doesn't work out if it is not level 11. This is because at level 1, it has a cooldown of 5 seconds, at level 6 it has a cooldown of 3 seconds, and most importantly, at level 11, it has a cooldown of 1 second. To give you guys some context to think about, during the T3 skill builds era, Counter Slash and Counter Wave were 2 different skills and their cooldown was 1, regardless of their level. However, after T4 was implemented, Counter Slash and Wave was combined to be 1 passive skill like now, and the cooldown was changed to what was mentioned previously. In short, the new combined Counter Slash was almost useless in PvE skill builds since it is not possible to hit level 11 for the 1 second cooldown at 60 cap or before. However, with 70 cap and the skill ring, it is now possible to use counter slash like before. I'll be sharing two different footage, one where I have equipped the action speed plate and the other with the damage plate.
Heading left. Out the way. 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 Heading left. Out the way. 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 Out the way.
For those who have keen and sharp observation skills, you would have realized that action speed plate is not that useful because the cooldown of counter slash will not be up even with the increased action speed, and sometimes it actually disrupts smooth casting of the skill, as you can see in the first footage. The damage plate on the other hand is just right such that the cooldown will be up just in time for you to use it again. Do know that if you are going for level 11 counter slash, I'll highly recommend at least level 2 parrying stance, which allows you to use the skill 11 times if you parry consecutively during that period. In the video I've averaged around 400,000 damage per hit, which means that 11 hits will add up to around 4.4 million damage, which is definitely significant. The big question here for those who are trying this will be to find opportunities where you can actually parry 11 times in a dungeon, nest or raid. This probably means you will need to risk running into boss mechanics that lingers like the one I've shown, but it is definitely great to do damage while in a defensive stance. For those who have used parrying stance in Naga Queen boss in Manicold Nest, I'm sure you know what I mean. Upcoming Guardian Nests for level 70 have many opportunities where parrying stance will be extremely useful for survivability, so don't count out level 11 counter slash just yet. As mentioned at the start, this is definitely not mainstream, but I can say that this is definitely something fun to try if you intend to solo nest just for personal achievement unlocking purposes. I'll be sharing the PvP side of level 11 counter slash later on, so let's move on to the Moonlord tree where we'll talk about flash stance. For flash stance, it will once again be the comparison between level 1 and level 6. Let's take a look again. Do note that I was focusing on the final slash for flash stance in the two footage, since in cases other than dungeons, you will most likely use the final slash for a quick burst. The increase in board damage of flash stance between level 1 and 6 is only 31%, and the final slash is 300% of the normal energy wave for flash stance. The 5 SP in increasing flash stance from 1 to 6 can be used more effectively in the warrior skill tree. So personally, I wouldn't be getting flash stance to level 6, however, it is still a very useful skill in dungeon grinding due to its piercing effect of the energy waves, so for those people who have the luxury of using the skill expansion ticket for 2 skill builds, you can opt for a level 6 flash stance in your dungeon grinding build. And that will be it for PVE insights for level 70 skill build for Moonlord. You can refer to the written guide with regards to the overall skill build options for PVE. We will now move on to PvP insights for level 70 skill build. For PvP, I'll be showing the damage done for key skills such as Moonlight Splitter, Eclipse, Counter Exile, Counter Slash, and Line Drive. This footage I recorded in compensation on, and hopefully will give you a good idea on the damage you can do at specific levels.
Counter Exile! EXILEPSE! Heading left! Counter Ray! Line up! Line up!
There's a reason why I didn't show hacking stance level 16 with a skill ring, because while the damage is still huge at level 16, without the EX version, you can't cancel the skill as and when you want to, which isn't optimal for Moonlords in PvP since we wouldn't want to be caught in an awkward situation where you have to dodge using the dash motion of hacking stance if you fail to catch your opponent. I hope the damage footage that I've shown will give a good idea on whether those skills are worthwhile to be leveled at those levels or to be used a skill ring on. Counter Exile is definitely worth getting to level 6 for pure PvP builds for the damage you can do, and with level 70 cap, level 11 Line Drive without the need for a skill ring is definitely a great addition. With that, that's all for the level 70 skill build guide where I share some insights on specific skills for PvE and PvP. Remember to refer to the written guide for more in-depth information to the skill build themselves. Thanks for watching once again, God bless, and I'll always see you guys and girls next time. Goodbye.